solidify that idea. If you've ever been to the Salk, you would find it hard to imagine anything but a pure stone courtyard occupying the space between the buildings. In the end, the court became an unplanted plaza of travertine, with a narrow channel of water starting at a small pool and running west to the Pacific. Twice a year, at each equinox, the sun sets directly over the stream. The 4-story towers projecting off the north and south buildings at regular intervals afford their occupants breathtaking views of the ocean and the adjacent architecture. The configuration of these towers resolve the problem of light, view, structure, and function. Ultimately, the Salk Institute is an incomplete project. While the lab and studies buildings are a masterpiece on their own, the plan was to have a meeting house and residences also on site. Work on the design of these structures ended in late summer. While finances were not specifically mentioned for the reason the design of these buildings ceased, it was most likely a factor. The symmetry and order apparent in the Salk are part of what makes Kahn's architecture truly art. Kahn observed and sketched and loved the historic buildings and ruins of Europe, but his designs are living. They somehow seem new and old at the same time. Exploring the exterior of the Salk brings a sense of calm, aided not only by the ocean view and running water, but the rhythm of the structures, the strength of materials, and delight of the composition. In You Say to Brick, The Life of Louis Kahn, author Wendy Lesser puts it this way. You cannot necessarily recognize the Kahn project by the way it looks. What you can recognize is the feeling it gives you to be inside it, to wander around it. That feeling, a combination of acceleration and repose, a sense of being intimately contained and at the same time offered access to grand, expansive possibilities, may well be what defines a Kahn work for us and for him.
So I think we're going to leave it there for the night, and we will pick the story back up next week. And he's not done yet. He's got one more family to go. And one more building for Adrienne to dissect.
Yes, so, I'm pretty excited about the next building.
I've seen pictures of it, and it's pretty insane.
Yeah. I will be learning about it because in school I learned for sure more about the buildings in the States, and we're going abroad.
Yeah. So Bangladesh.
Far abroad.
Is Bangladesh now, or is it a part of something else? My East/Asia geography is not what it should be.
Do you not watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
I did, and I just really suck at geography.
Yeah, so let's see.
I can do Europe, but...
Oh, that's not where I thought it was. Well, okay, so it's between Burma, Myanmar, and India, Bangladesh.
But is it Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a city.
Oh.
To the east of India on the Bay of Bengal is it's a country. South Asian country marked by lush greenery and many waterways.
So until next week, as always.
Do we really sound silly talking about... we should just not talk about geography.
Oh, well.
I'm worse in some places than... that's just not...
That's what I'm saying.
That's not an area with which I'm familiar, folks. I'm sorry. I am really not that dumb in geography.
I think we both can do Europe.
Well, I can even do, Laos, Cambodia, over there. It's just in between. I can picture India, but then there's all those other ones around it. And so
I'm good at state capitals. Does that count?
I can do state capitals.
Yeah. My husband, Tim, is heading up a security company that does downtown bar security. So he'll come home with, a 4-inch stack of fake IDs.
That's still a thing?
It is still a thing. And the fact that he can, figure it out is insane.
Sure.
He can, look at them and go, well, that state really has this kind of tree on it, not an oak tree like it's pictured on this. I mean, he knows, all these little details. But if all else fails, he'll trap them by asking them what the state capital is.
And they don't know?
No, because that's not that's not really where they're from.
Oh, sure.
They're I don't know what the capital of New Jersey is.
Oh, my God.
And it gets them every time, and it's freaking hilarious. I love hearing his stories. He always tells such good stories. his security stories. But
do we have any shout outs, or what are we listening to, or what are we watching? I did the shout out for George.
You did.
Do we have another shout out? No.
Nope.
Oh, read this book, please. You Say to Brick, The Life of Louis Kahn.
Right.
I read 80 pages at the beach yesterday, and it's not...
That's impressive.
It's like, why am I reading this at the beach? No, guys, it's good. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's not... It's like Devil in the White City. It's not a dry read. It's very interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not really doing anything useful on my end because...
Okay.
I'm like in hibernation preparing for grad school when
I'm the
going to have
opposite
to be
of
reading
hibernating.
a bunch of stuff. So get excited, people.
Yep. It's going to be a good fall.
Okay. It's going to be a good fall because this time next month I am going to be in London.
Oh, yeah. So that's the most exciting part of all of this.
Yes.
So, I don't know what I'm going to do when you're gone.
I don't know what you're going to do
I'll
either.
just cry.
Yeah.
Curl up on the sofa and cry.
We can FaceTime. I'm going to take a Beyond the Palace tour, which is like
neat.
royal scandals.
Oh.
I'm looking super forward to that.
Okay.
We thought we were going to go to New York the night before our flight leaves, and I wanted to take the Shady Ladies tour of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. That sounded like a super cool tour, and then one of the people who took my tour, Scandalous Charleston here, told me about the Badass Women of the Met, which is another tour that they do.
So,
but
women that were in painting, that were subjects of paintings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, join us next week, and until then, check us out online. We are at scandalsheetspod.com, and we're
my
also,
Instagram.
Yep. On Facebook and Instagram at Scandal Sheets Pod.
I'm at Prezarch06.
Friend Adrienne.
And I have...
Or whatever you do.
Yeah. Follow me. I'm public. I have fun pictures.
She does have fun pictures. They're not all cats like me.
They're not all cats.
She has a nice equal distribution of buildings and cats.
I typically keep people out of my pictures.
Yep, that's always good.
Yep.
If you enjoyed the podcast, please leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice. Tell your friends. That's very important, too.
Yep, it is.
Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and now on YouTube. Scandal Sheets. Mm-hmm. No pod.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't take that back. We are Scandal Sheets Pod on YouTube. It's Twitter that I never really update. That's just Scandal Sheets. Because they wouldn't let me use Scandal Sheets
Just don't do Twitter.
Pod.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just don't. Actually, I'm so over Facebook. I feel like I need to. Maybe I'd do better on Twitter. I'm trying to transition to Instagram. Yeah, I think it's hard because you can't Instagram on a real computer. Oh, and I'm only on my phone because I don't have a computer. I mean, I only have my work computer. Yeah. So like, I'm only ever on Facebook on my phone. Ever. Hmm. Yeah, it's nice though because it's it's easier to shut it off. Right. That's true. Anyway. Yeah, I actually disabled notifications for Facebook on my phone, so because I used to always have the little red, number, and I would run to it, and it kept me from actually going to as much as I normally would have. So now I just maintain a healthy relationship with your social media, people. Yeah, that too. Yep. All right. Yep. So ta-ta for now. What do you say when we're saying goodbye, Adrienne? Good night. There you go.